in the hushed luxury of Cleargate Airport's first-class lounge, a place where status symbols spoke louder than words, Aisha settled into her seat. Dressed simply, without the designer labels often expected here, she carried the quiet confidence of someone who knew their worth. Little did the gate agent, Patricia Wexler, or the flight attendant, Kelly Wexler, know that the woman they were about to target held the future of their entire airline in her hands. Aisha was tired, yet profoundly fulfilled. The past 6 months have been a grueling marathon of intricate negotiations, culminating just yesterday in the finalization of the $38 billion investment deal that had single-handedly rescued Grand Sky Airlines from the brink of collapse. Now, on her way home, flying first class is a gesture of profound gratitude from the very airline she had saved. All she craved was peace and quiet. She approached the check-in counter, presenting her boarding pass to Patricia Wexler, the gate agent. Patricia's eyes scanned Aisha's comfortable travel attire, simple slacks and a soft sweater, lingering with a look of subtle disapproval. "Are you quite certain you're in the correct area, ma'am?" Patricia's tone was laced with condescension, her expression clearly broadcasting her disbelief that this woman could be a first-class passenger. Patricia's daughter, Kelly, a flight attendant adjusting her uniform nearby, shot Aisha a dismissive glance, a small, knowing smirk playing on her lips. The unspoken judgment, the chillingly casual hostility was unmistakable. It was a stark reminder that despite her monumental professional achievement, she was still being measured and judged by her appearance, by the color of her skin in a space predominantly occupied by others. Aisha, a woman who effortlessly navigated the highest echelons of corporate finance, felt a familiar, unwelcome sting of being reduced to a stereotype. Yet, she maintained her composure, offering a polite, level smile. "Yes, I am certain. This is a first-class lounge." Her mind, however, was already shifting. This wasn't just a personal insult. It was a microcosm of a larger, pervasive injustice. She found a quiet corner, the outward calm masking a deepening resolve. This wasn't over. The uncomfortable encounter in the lounge proved to be just the beginning. As Aisha boarded the flight and settled into her assigned window seat in the first-class cabin, Kelly Wexler appeared at her side, her expression cold and unyielding. "Ma'am, we need you to relocate," Kelly stated curtly, offering no explanation initially. Aisha looked up, her brow furrowed slightly. "Is there an issue with the seat?" she inquired, her voice measured. Kelly hesitated for a moment, then exchanged a significant look with Patricia, who had followed her down the aisle. "It's for operational reasons," Patricia interjected loudly, ensuring the surrounding passengers could overhear. "Weight and balance requirements dictate we need to redistribute weight towards the rear of the aircraft. We have secured a seat for you further back." The lie was transparent, clumsy, and deeply insulting. They weren't asking her to move for safety. They were moving her because they believed, based on her appearance, that she didn't belong in the premium cabin, and they were fabricating a pretext. Aisha felt a surge of indignant fury, a hot wave threatening to break her composure. She could have, in that moment, revealed who she was. She could have watched their faces fall as they realized they had insulted the woman who had just saved their jobs. But a different impulse took hold. This wasn't about a satisfying confrontation. This was about documentation. Without a word, she discreetly took out her phone, activating the voice recorder. "I understand," Aisha replied, her voice remarkably steady, though her hands clenched in her lap. She noted the seat number they were forcing her out of, the seat number she was being moved to, and the fabricated weight and balance reason. As she moved to the back of the plane, she observed Kelly's interactions. The warm smiles and attentive service of passengers remaining in first class contrasted sharply with the curt, dismissive way she was treated. She documented every subtle slight, every instance of preferential treatment shown to others. Upon arriving home, Aisha didn't unleash her anger on social media, nor did she contact the CEO directly, although she had his private number. Instead, she leveraged her professional position. As the lead auditor responsible for the $38 billion lifeline, she initiated a formal internal audit request targeting the airline's customer service protocols, specifically focusing on compliance with non-discrimination and diversity policies. Her request carried immense weight. Failure to comply could jeopardize the entire funding package. She attached her detailed account of the incident, complete with timestamps and a transcript of the recorded conversation regarding the seat change. Irrefutable evidence of discriminatory practice presented under a false pretense. The internal investigation commenced immediately, quiet but relentless, digging deep into employee records and past complaints. Aisha hadn't asked for retribution, merely an assurance that such behavior would not be tolerated. But the system, once activated, had its own consequences. The ripple effect of Aisha's quiet action was immediate and profound. The internal investigation, conducted with the urgency of a national security threat due to the looming $38 billion deal, swiftly uncovered a pattern of complaints against Patricia and Kelly Wexler, often dismissed as minor issues. Aisha's meticulously documented evidence, particularly the recording of the fabricated weight and balance excuse, was the undeniable proof needed. Patricia Wexler, the gate agent whose arrogance set the tone, was immediately suspended without pay, an action that rapidly led to her termination from Grand Sky Airlines. Kelly Wexler, the complicit flight attendant, was summarily demoted to a low-level, non-customer-facing ground crew position in a remote city. The scandal forced Grand Sky's leadership to confront the ingrained biases within their organization. A public apology was issued, acknowledging a failure in service standards and promising corrective action, though carefully avoiding specifics to protect Aisha's privacy. Comprehensive, mandatory diversity and inclusion training programs were rolled out company-wide. Aisha watched from afar, her purpose fulfilled. She hadn't sought personal revenge or financial gain. Her goal had been to disrupt the cycle of discrimination, to ensure that others would not suffer the same indignity. Months later, a striking, final scene unfolded at Cleargate Airport, passing through the terminal on another business trip. Aisha saw a familiar face near a public restroom. It was Patricia Wexler, no longer in her crisp uniform, but wearing the standard smock of a janitorial service, mopping the floor. Their eyes met across the busy terminal. There were no words exchanged, no gestures of triumph or apology, just a long, silent moment of recognition. Aisha's gaze was steady, devoid of malice, carrying only the quiet, undeniable weight of consequences met. It was a stark, unspoken lesson. The cost of prejudice is steep, often paid by those who perpetuate it, and true power lies not in outward status, but in the unwavering pursuit of dignity and justice for all. This story serves as a powerful reminder that prejudice based on appearance or background is not only morally wrong, but can also have devastating consequences for individuals and institutions alike. True worth is inherent and should never be judged by superficial standards. Treating every person with dignity and respect is not merely good practice. It is essential for a just and equitable world. What are your thoughts on Aisha's approach to confronting discrimination? Have you ever witnessed or experienced a similar situation where appearance led to unfair treatment? Share your perspective in the comments below. If this story resonated with you, please give a like and subscribe to the channel for more impactful narratives that challenge our perspectives.